Hello, I'm Melissa and welcome to Teacher Inspiration Station. It's that time of year again where I set up my teacher happy planner. I have to be honest, when I first start off the year, I'm very organized and I have my hole punch into different sections. And then as the year goes on, the true me emerges and I just end up shoving things into my planner. So this is what my planner looks like, and a lot of the things, the papers in here, are not hole punched and put in the planner. They're not put into little pocket dividers. They're literally just shoved in. So, but as long as I know where things are, that's all that matters, right? There's some organization to my chaos. I know where things are. It may not be neatly put there, but I know where to find it. So anyway, I just have to force myself to stay organized. That's just how it is. But anyways, here is my attempt to get organized. So if you've been following my previous setup videos, you'll know that there are a few accessories and items that I use in order to help me. And one of those things are expander discs. I choose the metal ones because apparently the pages are easier to flip with the metal ones. And I was actually going to reuse these metal discs because these are also the expander ones. But then I thought of, like, I don't want to tear this apart, and I just want to keep everything intact. So I'm just going to buy my own set. I'm gonna buy another set rather. So I actually just came back from Michael's and I got this, and I'm so glad that they had some because sometimes they don't. And they actually had a selection. They had rainbow rings, which are the plastic ones. They had silver ones. They had rose gold. They had like a lilac, and gold is just the only one that will work for this. Silver might, but yeah, gold. There's no silver on this. And then I also have like dividers. So these are, and I just reuse these every year. So these are from Staples. These are dividers from Staples. They're called ARC. And whatever heading or title or anything that I want to put, whatever subject or whatever, I just printed on a piece of paper, stuck it on the front, and I use washi tape to attach it. This has not come off. I've done this maybe it was 2 years ago when I did this. I've had this for a couple years and it doesn't come off. It's on there. So I have that, and I also, from Staples ARC, are these. I just use these to slip papers in, and they fit nicely in the happy planner. Not perfectly, but they're fine. Like, I've used them, they work for me. It keeps things organized, and yeah, I like them. So I don't know why I'm putting it back in, so I'm just gonna take it out again in a few minutes, but I'll just stick them in. So I have that, and then also what you're gonna need are page protectors. But the page protectors with the, again, the ARC. This is the ARC from, no, this is not ARC from Staples. I found these on Amazon, but ARC does make them. Actually, I have a whole set here. These ones are not very sturdy. They're kind of flimsy, but you can go on Amazon and you can find, if you click on sheet protectors ARC or disc bound sheet protectors, you should be able to find some. So these are the ones I've been using. This is not the ARC brand. I don't remember what brand this one is in particular, but I really do like it because it's nice and sturdy. I really like this. And they're very convenient for slipping in papers that you don't want to hole punch. And you're also going to need a hole puncher, and I realized that I left my hole puncher at school. So I'm going to have to do a method where you just hole punch, and I might have to do a different method. I'll show you when I get started. I'll turn my camera around and you can watch me set up my happy planner. Okay, so here's my planner. Teachers Help Us Grow. And there's going to be some things I need to take out of here. I'll leave that because I don't need it. So school schedule, reliable students, all of this I don't need because I don't leave this for the supply teacher. Dates at a glance, I don't really need this because I actually have my own little year at a glance from the board that I'm just going to use. So I'll just take all this out. School for me starts in September, so I don't need I don't need this for August, so I'm just gonna pull these out. And yeah, I'll just pull all of these out. And then I also don't need July because I'm not in school in July. I'll take all these out, including the notes. Okay, so we have that. Great. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to exchange these rings for the expander ones. All right, so I'm done adding my expander rings to my planner. So I'm basically gonna look at my old planner to help me. So I have the calendar here. I'm actually going to include my school calendar, the school year calendar. I also keep a copy of this on the bulletin board behind my desk. A lot of these things I actually keep on the bulletin board behind my desk for just easy access. But I also think it's important to include it in the planner as well. So I'm gonna do that. Now, like I said, I do not have the hole punch here, so I'm going to have to use a hole punch. So you can watch if you're not familiar with how to do this, but you basically take a sheet of Happy Planner paper. That's gonna be your guide. Let me move this out the way for a minute. So this is gonna be my guide. And I can actually use a, I am gonna use this. I'm gonna use a binder clip to keep everything together. And I just trace it. Now some people don't trace it, they just make a little dot as a guide, but I'll just trace it. And then you hole punch the guides. And then you get a pair of scissors and you kind of just make little slits on either side of the lines. Now, if you are going to be stapling in a lot of pages into your Happy Planner, I suggest you just invest in the hole punch because this is way too time consuming. Okay, let's see how this fits in the planner. Fingers crossed. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Nice. Now, it doesn't slide as easily as, I might need to widen the slits a little more, but this is okay for now. So I have this in there. What I have here is the heritage and history months that our board has. So I just like to keep a track of it. Again, this is also something that's gonna go on the bulletin board behind my desk for easy access, but I do include it in here. And then also the holidays and observations. So I have that here as well. Of course, I do not have every single holiday on here. And I just put the dates that the holidays start because some holidays or celebrations or observations extend for a few days or a couple of days. So for Kwanzaa, you know, I just only have the start date for Kwanzaa or the start date for Eid, not Eid, sorry, Ramadan, the start date for that, but no end dates for these. So Rosh Hashanah as well. Anyways, you get the idea. And these dates I also like to include in the actual calendar, but I do have them here as well. So I'm going to hole punch these. Actually, part of me is like, you know what? Let me just wait till I get to school and I'm gonna hole punch that part and stick it in at school. So I'm gonna wait because I don't want to go through that whole hole punching thing again when I have the hole punch. So I don't need to do all that. So I'm not going to. So I'll just include those in there. Okay, and then next I'm gonna have my long range plans. So here's my divider for that. Okay, so they're here, the long range plans. I am not gonna hole punch these. I'm just gonna actually slip it into a page protector. It's a little thick. Maybe I should take this off the paper clip. That helps a little, not much. But I'll just include it like that. And newsletters. So any newsletters that I send home to parents, I like to organize them and keep them in here. The thing is though, I don't think I'm gonna do that this year. I think this year I'm going to use Google Classroom and update parents on what we're doing in the classroom through Google Classroom as opposed to sending home newsletters. So I think that's what I'm gonna do this year. I've never done that. I always just send home a newsletter, but we're doing Google Classroom this year. So every week I am going to update it and let them know what we did in school. But really important information, I will send home like a paper copy of the important information home. And then like just updates on our classroom, I'll just put on Google Classroom. We'll do that. And then next is notes home. So this is basically any piece of information I send home that's not a newsletter. So for example, Valentine's Day, the little Valentine's Day letter with the students' names, or my homework policy, or anything that I send home from me. I just kind of keep it together. And one good thing about this is that if you have a new student, it's just a way for me to say, oh, this is what I sent home so far. And I can just keep track of that. These actually have pockets on the front and the back as well. So that's nice. Next, I have the forms for IST meetings or SST meetings. I just keep here to organize them. And I keep them in a I keep them in a page protector. So I should have a few page protectors, but I'll just put one in for now. Because I don't want to hole punch those forms. So I just slip them in here. Any IEPs that I have, I put them in here. And I should get a page protector for the IEPs just so I can slip them in, but I don't have that right now, so, oh, actually I do. Let's do that. I just slip the IEPs into these little page protectors. Next, a communication log. So any kind of communication I've done with parents, I keep track of it here. Actually, I'll let you guys see my form in depth. And sometimes, a lot of times, I just type up notes from my parents because it's easier for me to type than just to write it. And I'll just slip them in here as well. So basically, I just made this on my own. So student's name, the date, method of communication, and then any notes from that, just to keep track. So I don't have it organized by students. I just have it like everyone's is just all together. That's just how I do it. Some parents you communicate with more often than others. And that's just where I put them. Information. So I have that. And then I have here some think sheets where I keep copies of my think sheets. And then I have here staff meetings and workshops. So any meetings that we've had, any notes from these meetings, I'll stick in here. And I have some paper that I can write my notes in. There we go. And any like handouts or anything from the meetings, I can just slip them into page protectors. These are the ARC page protectors. As you can see, they're a little flimsy. I don't like them as much as this brand, which I don't know what brand this is. I don't remember. I got it a couple years ago, but it's okay. The ARC one still does the job, so it's fine. Actually, no, this is not ARC. Or maybe it is. I don't even know. This might not be the Staples one. So, but they are a little flimsy anyway, so that's why. So I think it's that one, but anyways. But that's it. I'm pretty much all set up. The only thing I have left to do now is to write in the holidays for the months, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna do that today, but I'll do that at some point. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please thumb up my video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.